Welcome to Brand Builders TV. Deep dive topics, tools and resources brought to you by global thought leaders from within the Brand Builders Club. This show gives you access to the strategies that you can use to move forward with ease and flow in every area of your life and business. In today's show, Joké is going to help you discover how to overcome every challenge like a champion. How does Joké do it? Well, you're going to find out in today's show. Learn it, model it, and get shit done. Let's go.
Yeah. So what I want to share with you is something that we all relate to. When life just hits you a blow and you don't know which way to turn, and it is something very, very real. None of us are immune to life happening. Life happens. And one of the situations that we are finding ourselves in right now is that life's starting to go crazy as well. We are starting to experience things that we have to be in different situations like lockdown, which is not normal. And how do we cope with this? The very, very, very thing is that we people that need to have people around us. And it's very, very hard to be alone. It's very, very hard to fight back. It's very, very hard to find your mojo again. I just love that word mojo because it really does make sense. If you don't have your mojo, what have you? If you don't have hope, what have you? And I just want to share something with you in this short little while. This is the first episode of this. Just that you guys know who I am. I'm Joké Hoetmer. And I've gone through various situations that are totally unfound. And yet, I've always seemed to bounce back. I've always seemed to find my inner resilience. And I don't know, though, that any of you that have heard of this book, How to Build a Brand. Okay. It is a co-authored book of 24 authors. And I wrote my little bits in it on resilience. And when I was writing this, I actually wrote it within a week in lockdown. And I know this is something that we don't want to really talk about. We've had enough of that. I just want to read a little, just an appetizer, a little bit of this, my chapter in the book. Okay? Like a punch in the stomach, the news hits me. I nearly fell off my chair, in shock, as they inform me that not only my husband had the signing power, since he was the sole owner of the company, he has gone behind my back and changed the ownership of the company without my knowledge, tricking me into putting the deal together, doing all the negotiating, and stressing all the while working and believing that I'm an equal partner in this business. It dawns on me that I will never get a share of the money that he and I have worked so hard on together in the business, while he is on safari. I will never get my share. You can hear a pin drop. I've no words. The roller coaster of my mixed emotions flood over me. I can't take it all in. So many unanswered questions, making my head spin. The betrayal, the lies. How did I not see this? The man I love and trust is in having an affair with my best friend right under my nose. I'm torn between my own sorrow and my knowing what now. This is the book. This is my chapter. I want to whet your appetite. Just a little bit to let you know how many of us have gone through it. How many of you women, even men, have had that experience that somebody's betrayed you. And all of a sudden, you've got no income. Maybe your boss has betrayed you. Maybe your partner, in my case, it was my partner. Maybe your family. Maybe you thought you were going to get a certain sum inheritance and you didn't get that. Or maybe you have been made redundant. Or maybe you were going on furlough and now it's not happening anymore. All these things, it's a betrayal. And you feel that you are lost, you are confused, and you just seem to go into a little ball and just say, what now? What now? This is where I come in. This is what I've experienced, because I haven't just had it once. I've had it several times. In actual fact, while I was in it, I didn't even realize how much I was fighting back always. But you see, when you fight back, you need something. You need something to hold on to, something to give you hope. Without hope, we can't win. You also need something that will give you understanding and clarity. That is friends. You need that support, which is friends. You need people that will help you to recognize that you can get out of this. All these things are like a cake. You can't bake a cake without all the parts of the recipe in it. Say if you've ever forgotten to put eggs in, I've done that. Or even baking powder, it won't rise. You see, the baking powder is like the hope. You need the hope to get forward. Do you know that there comes a time that I didn't have hope? In this situation, I was absolutely for 4 days flat on my face, crying. I didn't know which way to go. I didn't have anybody to support me at that time. But I allowed myself to embrace it. I allowed myself to embrace the pain, to feel it, to have a good powwow with a pillow, and allow yourself to get back by just breathing again. There's a way out. Now, if this is a case that you have gone through this, I would like you to comment, because to me it's important in this time that we are living in right now to start leaning on each other and helping each other. I can share you various ways of how I got back on track again. But this is only to help you to be able to understand you could do it too. Because I'm no superhuman. I'm no different to you or to anybody, even those people that are prone to depression, or even those people that are prone to be lazy, or people that are prone to not find their way back in anything, or not to have hope in anything. There's always an answer. All you have to do is take the first step. Okay. The first step I took, listen to what I said in the book. I want to entice you actually to buy the book. And it's not only my story, but many other authors' stories that are absolutely powerful. One of the things I did here is I carefully consider my resources, my resourcefulness and negotiation skills, and my experience. Each of us have these intrinsic skills and experiences that we can draw from. If we stop panicking and carefully consider them, what they are, we can move forward. Now, do you think I did that on my own? I never moved forward on my own. I had a driving force. My driving force was my children. They were underage. What is your driving force? Are you stuck? Are you feeling hopeless? Are you depressed? Let's find your driving force. It is very different for different people. What is it that motivates you? What is it that gives you hope? I want you, in your darkest hours, to just type here in this messenger about what is your pain, what is happening in your life. Are your finances going crazy? Are you behind because of the lockdown? Are you have you experienced bad situations through this lockdown? Do you need help? Are you depressed? Are you finding you cannot concentrate on the job? Maybe you've got a good job, but you cannot concentrate. Or are you experiencing that you can't even work from home because there's so much noise? I've actually done a naughty thing here. I've got 2 puppies that I'm looking after, and I'm actually feeding them just to distract them, that they wouldn't be playing and barking while I'm talking to you. So we make a plan, right? We make a plan. So that's just on the light-hearted note. Now they just started sleeping, but just before this, I tell you, I thought I wasn't going to get them quiet enough. So yes, what is it that you actually need? What is it that you would like to have to be addressed? The things that I have found that makes a very, very important thing, and I want you to all take part of this. As you think through of what I've said in this video, I want you to recognize there's 2 sides of it. You either live or you die. Which one do you want? Do you want to live and still have a lot of life to live? In my case, even though I'm not young, I still have a lot of life to live. Or do you want to die? Just ask yourself that and write it down. Do you want to live or do you want to die? Now, I bet you, all of you said you want to live. But then you say, why? Is it because you're scared of dying? Are you afraid of dying? Or are you wanting to live because you have something to live for? Or because you are fearful of dying? Whatever way is, you're going to live. So let's face it. What do? And this journey that I'm going to be taking you through, and next time it's going to be a much more structured video call, is that we're going to teach you the steps of finding your mojo again, finding your bounce back, finding what makes you come back every time when life hits you. Because let's face it, this isn't the first time we're going to have life change hitting us. We're going to have it more and more, over and over again. What are the steps to finding your inner resilience? What are the steps to finding your hope? And once you find your hope, what do you do with that hope? And how do you walk into that hope? I tell you, it's the biggest satisfaction when you have earned something. When you've earned the right to live your dreams, to earn the right to come out of a bad situation. And yes, and maybe something else happens, but you just get stronger. You just get better. So this is not only a motivational, an encouragement and motivational video. I want you to know that this journey that I can take you through, if you would like that, whatever level you're at, the experiences that I've had, the changes I've had to make, the answers that I've had, always bouncing back. How did I do that? I want to tell you those secrets. And those secrets aren't secrets once you know them. How you can help your children or your husband, your spouse, your grandparents. I tell you, this is a very big thing. Grandparents are very, very lonely in their walk, and especially at this time. I mean, they were lonely before COVID, and now it's even more lonely for them. I mean, the hardest thing was for me that I couldn't hug my grandchildren. They saw me, they could wave at me, but I couldn't hug them. It was horrible. It was horrific. What I want to share with you today is there are steps. Can I start giving you some steps? Here we are. It's also in the book. I'm just going to briefly say to you what these steps are. First of all, the first step is to recognize the problem. Will you make a note here? Recognize what is the problem. What is it that you're feeling so hopeless about? Is it about the finances? Is it about your marital situation? Is it about your relationship? Is it about your future? Is it about insecurity? Or is it just a general depression of what is happening out here? What is it? Or is it just nothing, none of these, just you wanting to find your way? What are you here for? What are you on this earth for? There's a reason. Okay? If you have that question, please give that note. Okay? Because then I know how to the next Friday, which I'm going to do this again, I can actually share this with you. Okay? The second thing is pinpoint. Have you got that? First of all, what is it that is causing you this pain? Money? Relationship? Depression? Not knowing where you're going or what you need to do? You're not happy in what you're doing? Or is it the second one? Is it a factual thing that has happened? Somebody, you've lost a loved one, it's bereavement, or you have no job anymore, or your job is hanging on a shoestring. You need to know which way to go from here. Or is it physically, the finances, that you don't know where the next penny is coming from? I tell you now, that is a very real thing for men and for women. There's many ways of making that money. I'll share with you. I'll share you and give you pointers and give you even contact of people where you could get that answer. The other thing is it a relationship? Even that we can step through. We can work with that. Is it because you haven't found what you should be doing in life? That, I love that. For the young people out there, the students, the school leavers. I mean, I've been there. I've got so many grandchildren. I've brought up 8 children. They've all gone through that stage. What am I here for? What am I on this earth for? What can I do? That's the next question. What am I here for? How come I've got everything, but yet I'm never happy or never satisfied? That's the next one. Are you that person? Never satisfied. I was that person. I was never satisfied in my achievements. At 54, I figured that one out. But again, through a mentor, through somebody helping me through it. Okay? So the other question is, what do I want today to change my life? Please write it down. What do I want today? And the last one would be, how would you like to be helped? Would it be reading? Would it be counseling, one-to-one? Would it be group counseling? Would it be courses that you could do on your own time? Or would it be action-taking courses individually? Because by this, I'll know how to streamline the next course, the next step, the next video, which will be structured according to these answers. So the more you have, the more you answer and ask these questions, the more I can give you what you want. And I tell you, there's going to be quite a few prizes. And actually, in fact, I'm going to give a free book away to the one that has answered all these questions. If you go back on that, I'm going to be having it transcribed, exactly those questions, so that you know exactly what to write in there. Then there's going to be a bonus. I'm going to coach somebody or mentor somebody for free in this course that I'm going to be doing with you, so that you could actually experience it. But what I want from you is, the third prize would be an extended mentorship. If you have bring at least one person on this course with me to help you and help them. Because remember, the key is to love somebody else enough that in your own pain, you reach out to that person and give them whatever you've got. Even if you're on empty, you still give. Empty is a good place to be because you can always refill. But when you've got a half a tank, or, it just gets stagnant if you actually think. Give. Give to somebody else that's worse off than you. I know this sounds crazy to think that you're going to do this and you're in your own battle. I must quickly share. I was in one of these battles and I had no money. And at that time I had 7 children. And I felt very clearly I must give flowers to this person. I said, no, but I want flowers. Why do I have to give flowers to somebody that doesn't really like me and actually is a bit of a problem in my life? Why should I give flowers when I really need flowers? Anyway, I did that. She was actually a little bit of a gossiper and a problem maker. Do you know, I sent, with the money I had, which was 70 Rand at that time, which was a lot of money, and I sent flowers and I gave a lovely message. And I said it was for me, which she never expected. Do you know what happened? She, till this day, became my best friend. Till this day, she's always carrying me in her prayers. She's always carrying me in everything she does, contacting me and encouraging me. And I thought, wow, I didn't just get flowers. I got a friend. I got a person who stood in the gap for me. I got a person who stopped gossiping about me and a person who helped me to get where I need to be. So I tell you, these are the things that you need to remember of how important it is to actually, when you're at your lowest, to give to somebody that needs it more than you. That is how to get resilient. You never know what that person can still do for you. You never know how much that person has in their little pocket or their little basket to give back to you. So I would like you to comment, and let's see you next week, 4 o'clock, on this broadcast. And I hope that this is encouraging for you. And next week, it will be constructive on a specific topic that you have asked. Here I am, over and out, Joké Hoetmer on BBTV. Bye-bye.
I hope that you've enjoyed the show today as much as we've enjoyed making it for you. If you've got anything out of this episode, please do tell someone else how they can subscribe to the Brand Builders TV channel at youtube.com/brandbuilderstv. Why not join us at our next Brand Builders Thinkubator, a global mastermind that we run every week to take away the loneliness of being in business on your own. For more information and to book your place, visit light.brandbuilders.club/Thinkubator. That's light.brandbuilders.club/Thinkubator. Until next time, be the ripple that you wish to see in the world, and we'll see you soon.